Hi, and welcome to the Anti-Social Handbook for the Social Sciences. Today we're going to talk about the Department of Education. You might have heard about it in the news recently. It's been coming up a lot. It's kind of a big deal. But what does the Department of Education actually do? Even I had to look up some of this information, so trust me, this might be new for some of you. First off, the Department of Education started as part of another department. Was all sort of collectivized under other sort of organizations like welfare and health. It started technically under Johnson in 1867. It's been around for a while. In 1979, Carter sort of split it out to its own cabinet level post, Department of Education, and it became an official cabinet position office. Not a big one actually. It's one of the smallest one by number of staff and budget. Republicans hated it pretty much from the beginning and made banning it and getting rid of it in 1980 when it became officially active, part of their platform, but they backed off quickly and decided to keep it. And in fact, in 94 or so, when Gingrich really had all his power to sort of supercharge the Republican Party in both houses of Congress, the Department of Education budget just soared. It was huge, lots of money. But they keep trying to ban it. They keep trying to shut it down for various reasons. So why? What does the Department of Education do? Well, okay. Many people think that they set the curriculums for the nation. They don't. That's all left up to the states. Unlike most countries, the actual curriculum and educational standards are set by the individual states, so they can teach what they want. Nationally, what the Department of Education does is it establishes policies on financial aid for education and distributes and kind of tracks how those are spent, how those are given out. It also collects data on the American schools and sort of sends it out to the other schools to see how they're doing. It also focuses the national attention on key education issues, like focusing on STEM or something like that, and make sure that it's more of a publicity thing. It's not a dictate from up top, and that's just focusing the national attention. Finally, it also prohibits discrimination and ensures equal access to education, and that might be the problem here. When you look at their budget, about 60% of it goes to things like Pell Grants and federal direct student loans to help people pay for college. Another 16.5% goes to Title I grants. Title I grants help fund schools in poor communities, which is important because since the states handle education, schools are funded generally by property taxes in the regions. So areas with low property values and poor communities tend not to have as much money to pay for their schools. So there's this unlevel sort of playing field. And Title I helps address some of that by helping get some of these poorer schools more funding so they can have computers and good teachers and things like that. Working water fountains and air conditioning in hot areas. The remaining budget goes to things like special education, which is like 14.3%, and then other, which is sort of a broad category. But even then, it's not a huge category. So you've got to wonder, why is there so much effort to try to eliminate a department that isn't even a huge department, doesn't even have a huge budget compared to all the other cabinet level positions, but whose primary goal is to educate people, help poor people receive an education, and prevent discrimination in education? Who benefits by eliminating a department like that? I'll let you fill in the details yourself.